90 Fiance, where are they now? In today's video, we're going to have an update for about 9 cast members of the show. We're going to see how they're doing. We're going to check their Instagrams and just, we're going to do a little bit of research to see what's going on with them. Plus, we've been watching the show, so we have a couple of updates ourselves we want to talk about in case you're not watching the show right now, so you probably don't know. If you do, cool, but let's get started. And obviously, the first cast member we wanted to talk about was Julia Trabukhtnia. I can't say it, but Julia was with Brandon over here. This is how they look like in case you don't remember them. Here they are. And, she came from the Ukraine, and they've been together for a while. But it seems like she wanted more stuff. I mean, she was in one of the shows, and she was just kind of being, doing some fresh stuff there that just was not making Brandon happy. But they are still together, obviously. There's some alleged cheating on her part. She looks great, so obviously, I think she used to do some stripping at some point in Ukraine. I don't know, but definitely pretty crazy situation. So make sure to follow us on this channel. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Literally, just subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you can get more updates. Because we're gonna be doing more updates, of course, than this. But to continue on, yeah. So she is, she's pretty much. She's kind of like on the wild side. I think she wants to do different things, and she doesn't want to be a housewife. So they're definitely having some type of conflict going on, but hopefully they can work it out. I know they tried a few different things, and so hopefully they can work this out. I know they're still together, but I don't know how long that's going to be. The next cast member that I wanted to talk about is the Cara and Guillermo. In case you didn't know, they actually met in the DR in the Dominican Republic, and they got married. They have a kid, they're doing their thing, and this is how they look like. They were in happily ever after as well. So and they're literally in the new season that's going on now. So there's a lot of updates there. It seems like they don't sleep in the same bed. Now, was funny about this whole thing with Cara is that she wants to be a bachata singer, which is the national music of the DR. And so she's actually a singer. Like, check this out. Now, I don't want to play the whole thing because I don't want to get a copyright strike, obviously. But it seems like she wants to, she wants to make music in Spanish, which is good for her. Hopefully, hopefully she does okay. I did check out some of the music. It sounds good. She has the talent. She speaks Spanish, which I didn't know that she spoke Spanish that well. That she could sing, but definitely we cheer her on, and hopefully she does well with that. But Guillermo wants to join the army, from what we saw recently, and I don't think she agrees with that. So they're definitely having conflicts. They're not sleeping in the same bed, and I think it's it's a money issue. She's a real estate agent slash bachata singer, and he just he had a job. I think he lost a job, so there's a lot of conflicts going on because of that financially. Cara, she sells her real estate, and so she feels like he's not helping out at all. But then when he wants to help, he's kind of being told that he can't go to the army, which is also understandable because, he's not going to be around if he's in the army. Well, technically it's the Air Force because he wants to be a pilot. So he wants to go ahead and do that, but I don't think, everyone's on board with that. The next one that's been pretty crazy and just been so much stuff going on is Jasmine and Gino, which Gino's right over here. Now Gino is this dude over here. I'm trying to find a picture of them together. It doesn't look like there's anything together because they pretty much basically that relationship is over. Jasmine decided to open up the marriage, and she decided to go and get with some other dude, and this created some conflict because she ended up getting pregnant. So they are actually in the new show that's out there recently, and it is a cluster F if you know what I mean. I mean, she literally, basically he left her somewhere in some parking lot with all her junk and everything. It's pretty bad. So she ended up moving with this dude, the new dude that she's with, Matt, and they had the baby. She got pregnant. I mean, this is him right here. Let's see if we can find a better photo of them together right here. So they got together. They have a baby now. This is supposed to be an open marriage trial type of situation. Now they have this baby. So it's just the most insane thing that you can expect in a 90-day fiance situation, obviously. But obviously, guys, leave us a comment. What do you think? Which one is the worst couple that you have seen so far in 90-day fiance? In my opinion, one of the worst ones is it's literally Jasmine and Gino. It's just I don't think Gino is into her as much as he thinks, as he wants to pretend that he is. So it's just such a crazy situation overall. But they're in this happily ever after, and they're trying to work things out. But he doesn't want to be with her. He found a new girl that he's with. I forgot her name, but I did see her in the show, and she looks just like Jasmine. It's just a young Latina woman, good looking, So it just things didn't work out. Hopefully, this new girl works out with him. He definitely picks some freaky kind of women because even Jasmine is kind of freaky herself. I mean, shit, she wanted to be in an open marriage, so that's pretty crazy in itself. This dude Matt, he kind of just fell into the situation. They're having fun with that viral thing with the Coldplay concert. But it seems like they're happy. Hopefully they're happy. That's all you could hope for them. Obviously, after this very bad situation that happened, she wanted to get back with Gino. She kind of started to miss Gino, but Gino wasn't having it. I mean, the thing is, what kind of man wants to go with a woman who basically cheated on him and even got pregnant? I mean, it's not gonna work out. The next dude that I wanted to talk about was Tim Malcolm. Yes, Tim Malcolm. He is an interesting character because I don't know what the issue with him is. I really think that he should just come out and just stop living under that protection that he wants to hide from what his sexuality is. Dude, if you like the dudes, that's okay, man. Don't go around feeling like you have to prove something else. You are who you are, and that's okay. Instead he's trying to date these women who obviously they're not interested in him. Like, he was dating this girl here and he couldn't get into bed with this girl here. Now, most of you guys, if you're a guy looking at this video, I mean, you telling me that you would not get into bed with this girl here? Look at her. Jesus Christ. It's a beautiful woman. Like, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I don't know why he wouldn't want to get with her. And pretty much Tim Malcolm didn't want to get with her. This is her. Basically, she's almost a model. Now, I don't know if it's all fake or whatever, but still, she looks good. I don't know why he didn't want to get into bed with her. This is a while back in one of the previous seasons, if you remember. But this is his girl. This is Tim Malcolm's girl. So that's one of the reasons why I think that he definitely he's hiding his sexuality, and I think it's a shame to just live like that. If you want to be into dudes, that's okay. It's not a big deal. He was also with his girl Veronica, if you remember. Let's see if there's a photo of them together, but I don't see. I think she got a boyfriend now, but I think this is the boyfriend. But he was basically with her, and this didn't work out. Good-looking woman too. I think she has a daughter as well. But she looks happy. There they are. There's some video here of them together. So it's just crazy. She has this dude here, as you can see. Let's see if it loads. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let me play the clip quickly. Anyway. So it looks interesting, just that she would pretty much go, and not, and she was with him for a while too, and that didn't work out. So it seems like something's going on with Tim. I don't know. You guys leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. I think something's going on with them, but I don't know. He's there's something definitely going on with him. The other guy here, he was dating this girl too. This guy here, Jesse. I think he was also dating one of the Darcy sisters. I don't know, because that's one of the ones in 90 Day Fiance that I just can't follow. I can't. It's too much plastic surgery to handle. I can't deal with that. Anyway, so this is him here. This is he was with that girl too, Jennifer, who was dating Tim. This girl over here, the cute girl, and that didn't work out. So she's on the hunt for love now. and it seems like she's with this dude. She's trying to get with this dude here, Rob. And I don't know if you remember him. He was with Sophie, which I think I have her here on the thing here. I'm gonna show her to you in a second. But yeah, they're on the hunt for love, and you know, there's a lot of drama on that show. So if you haven't watched it, definitely recommend you to check it out because it's insane. Just the amount of fighting that's going on. I mean, it's crazy. But this is Sophie. In case you didn't know, she's the one that came from England, and he brought her in. They got married. They broke up, obviously, and he's on the hunt for love now. I don't know what ended up happening with her. I don't see her with a boyfriend. I think she's single, but I think she's also into girls as well. So I don't know. I think she was with a friend here. Oh no, that's Julia. So there really isn't any update about her and what she's doing. So I don't know. The next one that I wanted to talk about was Chantel, because Chantel, she's another one that's interesting. Kind of, it kind of surprised me because she was with Pedro. She was also, they had her own spin-off show. It was called The Family of Chantel, and that went on for a while. There was a lot of fighting in there. Obviously, it was enough that they ended up getting a divorce. And, most of you probably know the story, obviously. But if you don't know, she was with this guy here, Pedro, who, he came from the Dominican Republic. And he became a realtor. I'm going to take this music off because I don't want it to give me a copyright strike. But as you can see, there's some comments there in Spanish. Some people are just saying that he should go back. That's how crazy things are getting over here. He's just posting things here, just interesting. But they were together and they broke up. Now, what's interesting about this whole situation is that Chantel, I mean, if you watch The Hunt for Love, she had a deep kiss with that girl that was with Rob, the one that's trying to be with Rob now, Jennifer, who was also with Tim. Jennifer, this girl over here. So Chantel and her had a huge kiss. So I think Chantel wants to explore more herself. I think she wants to see if she's into girls as well. So, but she definitely enjoyed that kiss. If you saw the kiss, you definitely know what I'm talking about here. This is The Hunt for Love. I think that she posted a trailer, but I wanted to see them all together in the cast. There they are. See Chantel, Rob, a few of the people, Tiffany. So she's right now the situation with her is a little strange because we don't know if she's gonna come out. She's gonna get a girlfriend. She might. It seems like she's trying to date the guys over there, but I don't know. I wonder how Pedro feels about this whole thing. I'm sure he's not really thinking about it. I mean, it looks like he's happy doing his own thing, of course, but you never know. Maybe, you never know what he's thinking, or what anybody's thinking, by that matter. The next one that I wanted to talk about is Soulja Boy Usman. Now, with Soulja Boy, the situation with him is a little crazy because he's been, he's had multiple girlfriends. I mean, he's been in situations where he's dating all these different women. He's obviously a music producer. I recommend you to check his stuff out on YouTube. He's got a lot of music. I might link some of his stuff at the bottom of this video so you guys can check it out. But he's definitely he really started out dating this lady named Baby Girl Lisa. That's what they used to call her in the show. I think she was in season 4. That's what it says here, of 90 Day Fiance, and that's her right here. She was crazy. She was like, she was what you would call a version of Angela 2.0, like Angela Dean 2.0. Just insane. I mean, I've never seen somebody so angry and so, I don't know. It's just, I understand why they broke up. Because, honestly, most people would not be able to deal with that situation at all. But currently, and the other one that he also dated was Kimberly, who's Jamal's mom right here. There she is over here, and there's Jamal, who was also on the show for a little bit. So she dated him for a while, and that didn't work out. They broke up. So Usman's got like a track record of a lot of women that he's lost. Things didn't work out, and he's on the new show. And I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but on the new show, I think he's trying to get with this girl over here. But we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with that. I mean, I think she also likes cold tea, if you will. Let's see if there's a better photo of her in here, like a photo that's not moving. There you go. You know, she's a cutie, and I think it says her niece. I thought it was her daughter at first, and so maybe that'll work out for him. Hopefully they're happy, and the whole thing can work for them. But she also likes cold tea, so we don't know what's gonna happen. There they are together. See, we don't know what's gonna happen, if they're gonna if it's gonna be Colt and her, or if it's gonna be Usman and her. It seems like she's kind of like in between both of them. She's not sure who she wants to be with, which is it's understandable. When it's hard to pick a person, if you think about it, like it makes it difficult if you have a lot of love interests. That's understandable. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I definitely don't see any updates of them for picking who yet. So I think that's gonna be once the show is over, and we're gonna see if she's gonna end up picking and she's gonna end up with. I'm thinking it's gonna be Usman, just based on their chemistry. But Usman is kind of he's kind of desperate to himself. So I don't know. But if you remember him, he was kind of a toxic guy in a way. He was when he was trying to be with I'm gonna say more with Kimberly, because the relationship with Lisa, I don't even consider that a relationship. That was just a mess. So I'm not even gonna consider that a relationship. It's Lisa definitely did a number on him. But this lady, she was nice. She was a little older, but she was nice. She was pleasant. So I don't know what happened with that. That's that was gonna end obviously. Because she was too old, but she was better than Lisa. I'm just gonna say it like that. And finally, the last one that I wanted to take a look at here was Michael and our homegirl Angela Dean. I've covered them in the past, so I wanted to see if there's an update about him. I have seen some things about him with some girls, but nothing really concrete. Obviously, because it's not concrete, I don't want to say he has a girlfriend, but he's wearing this nice attire over here. Looks like he's having a good time in Maryland. That's what it says, Laurel, Maryland. And he looks great. He looks like he's happy. I mean, this poor man went through hell, and Angela Dean put him through hell. So I wonder how she's doing. What does she think about him now? But there's this girl over here in the pool. I don't know if they're dating. But could be. Like I said, there's nothing concrete. I know he had a different girl, that he had for a while, but I don't know. It didn't work out. But in the update of Angela Dean, she looks great. She looks like she's doing her things. It seems like she was a big fan of the Hulkster. So she took some photos with him right here. And it seems like she. Definitely gonna miss him. But what I saw was that she's dating a guy here. There's a photo of her in an airplane with some dude. Now, I don't know. They're saying this is Michael 2.0. But, that's what it looks like. This 90 Day Fiance page here is pretty interesting. This has got a lot of updates here on Angela. And this is an older photo. This is in July, so it's at the beginning of last month. So, I don't know. It's looking like it's, like she's actually dating somebody. And it says here, Angela Dean from 90 Day Fiance is reportedly dating a new man dubbed Michael 2.0. It doesn't say whether he's from Nigeria or not, but Angela is currently pursuing an annulment of her marriage to Michael. He deceived her to obtain a green card. That's what they're saying over here. So I hope you like this video. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, because we're gonna have more updates 90 Day Fiance. I occasionally want to do these because they are interesting to see, like just to get an update on them. I might do like a vote on the page so we can do another update in the future. But definitely stay tuned. We hope to see you in the next video, and definitely subscribe, and like I said, follow us. And we're also going to be having some giveaways. I haven't been able to get on that for a while, but I do want to get on some giveaways for the cards. So hopefully we're going to give some cards out. That's probably going to be the best way to do it, just some cards on some of the random videos so that it's more random. So make sure to follow us and make sure to check our videos out as they come out. It might be in the short, it might not be in the short. So we'll see you on the next video.